welcome back to our channel, Skyways to Highways Galley Kitchen here. We are spending our last evening here in the White Mountains, and I just thought that I'd like to make something special tonight for dinner. So I've been foraging the entire time that I've been here, and I am going to be using some of these beautiful mushrooms that I found in the forest, some yellow chanterelles and a few of the other small multicolored chanterelles, along with some farmers market veggies that I have here. And I've got my stock on the stove, so I'm just going to get started. Looking forward to just having a nice evening here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, and yeah, we're going to have fun with this. So just follow along, and we're going to make a really great meal tonight. I will be making a farmers market paella. Welcome to Skyways to Highways Camp Kitchen. A word of caution. You're going to see my mushroom happy dance right now. Organic, fresh, beautiful produce. One of my favorite things to do is the farmer's market. My stock here simmering nicely, and it smells absolutely amazing. Yep, that's looking good. And I'm going to add a little bit of kelp powder, which gives it more of a oceany, briny flavor to my stock. You know, generally paella has seafood in it, and since we're not using seafood, I like to add a little bit of the other seafood, the vegan seafood, which is seaweed, which is what kelp is. So that's going to fortify my stock, give me a nice briny flavor, and impart some seafood-like flavor to my paella. I'm going to let that simmer. I definitely don't want it to come to a boil, so I'll keep an eye on that. All right, first attempt at focaccia. I have some pesto here, a little roasted garlic, and some sun-dried tomatoes. So let's give this a try and see what happens. So I have it on a pizza pan to keep it off of the bottom of my Tembo Tusk, and underneath I have my diffuser so that I have a wider surface in which this to bake on. So I'm not going to open this. I'm going to leave it for about 15 minutes before I even bother checking it. Leaving the lid on allows it to act like an oven, and in theory keep the heat in so that the dough can bake all the way through. So let's see if this works. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. So I'm gonna lift this lid and see what we have under here. Hopefully, I don't know, we'll see. I've turned it twice, turning it as in turning it like this. So let's see what we've got. All right, so this is our focaccia.
Are you putting our plastic?
And it looks pretty good. It's got a nice crispy bottom.
Wow, it does.
Mm-hmm. It's not burnt on the bottom. I would like this done a little bit more here on the top, but I think it's going to be pretty tasty. So yeah, let's look at the bottom. Can we see the bottom? Yeah, bottom's nice. And this is the pizza pan, and it just keeps the dough off of the bottom of the Tembo. I'm happy with this, and it's not doughy. It's nice and light and airy, so I think this is going to be all tonight for dinner.
That must have been my idea.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
I'm sure it was my idea.
All right, guys, we're gonna get started on this paella. We're burning daylight. The sun's going down, as you can see. Although, look how nice this evening is.
Beautiful,
it's
right?
so quiet. It's nice. How nice would it be if Mr. Moose came back?
It's moose time.
Yes. You need to go back out there so that the moose will show up. So Gary Gary was literally in the woods.
He was behind the tree. I didn't see him.
Gary was in the woods taking a whiz. And the moose basically walked right past him. And I'm sitting right where he is. And the moose literally was right there. So right there.
I was on the other
Gary
side
was
of the tree.
Gary was right there. Moose, Gary. And he just walked right past here. And Gary did not even notice. And here's me running with the damn camera. So I actually really hope I got a good video. Gary, that'd be awesome. Our first moose. All right, anyway. Oh, a car, come on. I'm gonna start with my mirepoix. My onions, carrots, and celery. Begin with that. And this should be pretty quick. Going on next is my bell pepper and my zucchini squash. And I just want a little bit of color on these. I'm not trying to cook them to death. I like my vegetables al dente. Should take just a couple minutes. All right, so that's as done as I want my zucchini squash. So I'm gonna put that aside. Bell pepper, looking good. Bring that over there. And I'm gonna start my mushrooms. So I don't want any oil here, so I'm not gonna add any. I'm just going to, these cut side down. I'm gonna sear these and get some nice color on these. These are lion's mane. Lion's mane is considered a medicinal mushroom. It's really great if you have family members with dementia or Alzheimer's symptoms. Really improves cognitive abilities, improves the neural network of the brain. Even if you don't have any cognitive issues, this might be a mushroom that you might want to take as a daily supplement, which I do. As a preventative, mushrooms are amazing. So I'm gonna let that sear on one side and then get started with the rest of my mushrooms. Okay, so as you can see, the lion's mane left a lot of liquid here in the center of the pan. And now we're going to do the king trumpets. I left these chunky. I kinda want to keep the texture intact. So I'm gonna treat these exactly as I did the lion's mane. Just sear these off, get some of the moisture out. And then we'll start adding our rice and get this paella going. My stock is ready, so it should be pretty quick once the mushrooms are done. I have my rice, and I am using this rice here. Brought it back from a trip to Spain. This is a really great rice for paella. So I am gonna get that started here. I have a cup of my paella rice, a burrito rice, and I'm just going to toast this just a little bit. And then once I get this toasted, I'll start adding the rest of my ingredients. And it shouldn't take more than 15-20 minutes from this point. So I'm adding my first couple additions of stock. And let me just show you this beautiful stock because it is really, really rich, really nice. This stock I made from the carrot tops and the celery, ribs, all of the stuff that you would normally toss in the garbage, the skins of your onions, all of that stuff. This makes a really amazing stock, guys. And, if you're on the road for a little bit, don't toss all of that away because sometimes that's the most nutritious part of your vegetables. Just put them in your freezer or your fridge, a little baggie. At the end of the week, you can make some beautiful stock. I'm going to make an initial addition of stock, and then I'm going to be adding this seasoning mix here. It's called paellero. I bought this in Spain, but you can get this in the States in certain stores. I think I saw some just recently at Home Goods. So it's available if you look for it. If you can't find this, then this is a close second. It's not going to be exactly the same, but this works as well. You'll have the nice yellow rice and it has some really good flavors in it. So I'm just going to start it on this rice. Unlike making risotto, I don't want to build up too much starch and make this into a creamy risotto. I literally just want to add my seasoning mix, arrange my vegetables in here, put the lid on it, and then let it cook through with a little more stock. So I'm gonna start adding my ingredients. I've got my mushrooms here, my carrots, my onions. I'll add all of those. like so, like that. And then I'm going to add my seasoning here. This has all of my saffron and all of my other great ingredients here. And it even has a recipe on how to make paella on the back, which is kind of cool. I've already seasoned it with some of my seasoning mix that I make, my road dust. And as you can see, the color starts permeating the rice. So I'm gonna start arranging and adding everything in, the rest of my mushrooms. I'm gonna leave some vegetables out for decorative purposes. So again, I have my diffuser on here. So my cooking surface is wider, so I can push this out a little bit further than I normally would be able to. And then I'm just gonna start building a pretty paella here. I'll space out my vegetables, pretty side up. And as you can see, the first edition of liquid that I put in here, that absorbed pretty quickly. I'm not gonna get carried away here, but I definitely want a nice even, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna add part of these. You know, these don't need a whole lot of cooking, so I'm just gonna add some of them for now. I can always add more later. Got my nice chunks of lion's mane here. So I'm just gonna add these in. This is in lieu of, you know, meat as in chorizo or what have you. It's looking pretty nice already. Artichoke hearts and my lovely chanterelles here. This is looking pretty good. My ingredients, more garlic. Okay. Last but not leastly, a little green stuff. I'm waiting for the comment.
No comments.
No comment? Really? All right, so I'm going to put in the rest of my stock. And I want enough, you know, I don't want to drown it. I don't want it to be mush, but I also don't want crunchy, crispy rice. So I want to say that's pretty good. I can always add more if I feel like it needs a little extra. And I'm gonna cover this and let it simmer. Spread it out just a little bit more. So you can see the center is already starting to solidify here. And I don't want to finagle with this too much more, but I definitely want to space it out just a little bit. It's a little compact. All right, that's looking pretty good. So let's cover it up. Give it a few minutes. Okay guys, let's take a look.
Great.
So I'm just gonna add some spring onion. That looks pretty good.
It looks really good.
I'm pretty happy with this. That looks great. You're like a baby bird.
I know. Holy crap, that's gonna be
That's a
hot.
big bite. All right, give it a try. Oh, dude.
Well, boy, it's hot. That's good.
Oh wow.
Yeah, really good.
Okay, that's actually really good.
Really good.
So you guys you can see that the rice is still nice and
Oh, it's perfect.
fluffy, al dente. This is a good paella.
Wow, turned out well. All right,
I'm pretty happy with this. Let's dish it up.
Let's eat.
You guys, look at this. It looks fantastic. A green onion. What do you think? Looks okay? I'm thinking it looks pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed this video because I really enjoyed showing you the parameters of a Tembo Tusk Skottle. Definitely lives up to the hype. And as I said, $420, it's an investment, but it's a one pot. It's a one pan. You don't need another pot. And you can make paella. It's getting cold. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget, hit that like button and leave us a comment if you give this a try. I'd love to hear it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel so that we can bring you more content like this, because we're really enjoying, you know, creating these meals for you. And we'll see you on the next one. Whether we see you in the skyways or the highways, just know we're gonna take you with us. I really do. You guys, I gotta tell you, this came out really, really well. I'm
Good focaccia.
pretty happy with this. You like the focaccia?
Yeah, good. Cooked it really, really well. Wow, that's good.
Very nice. Yeah, the flavors came out really well. The rice is still
Yep.
al dente.
Got nice crispies on the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom.
Yeah.
Bottom isn't, burnt. It came out nice and, crunchy, which is, in my opinion, a really good paella. I hope you guys give this a try. Send us a photo, send us an email, because I would love to see how yours comes out.
Delicious.
Happy camping.